You like this? Like this? Okay. Let's get serious. Okay. Good morning, Buick GMC sales team. This is Megan Lang, your Buick GMC District Sales Manager, here again with another video morning update. Happy Friday! We've made it. We made it to the weekend, and not only is it the weekend, it's a holiday weekend. Please note that consensus is going to be due on Tuesday since Monday is a holiday. Speaking of consensus, you may have noticed on your Buick allocation earn that your Encore GX 20 model year and Encore GX 21 model year are broken up in two separate line items. Please note that there is no allocation for the 20 model year Encore GX. It is only for the 21 model year Encore GX. And I know this could be a little bit confusing because there's two lines. I think it's more just for reference so you can see the availability and where that's actually coming from, since it is a new model year for this model. So don't get confused. If you do get confused and you have some questions, feel free to give me a call. I'll be there for you. So speaking of the 21 model year Encore GX, let's talk about it for a second. This is a great opportunity vehicle. If you earned some, fantastic. If you did not earn some, ask for them, because June is going to be our Encore GX launch. Plan A did not go as well as we wanted it to, so Plan B, here we come. And honestly, I think Plan B is going to be better. We're not taking an event and just leveraging it, saying like, oh yeah, it's going to be great because it's tied to a great event. We're making this our own, and we're really targeting these customers. So this is going to be a phenomenal launch, and I have high confidence about the design of this vehicle, the technology of this vehicle, the safety of this vehicle. It's definitely where the customer demand is. So I think there's going to be a lot of success with this vehicle. We just need to 100% get behind it and really leverage what we have on our lot and what we do have coming in. Some couple of fun things about the Encore GX, the 21 model year. It's going to be set to arrive in September, so it's kind of hard to imagine what September is going to look like, especially in today's environment. But really think ahead. Really think ahead with Buick, because it does take some time to get the inventory on our lots. So picture yourself sitting in September looking at your lot. You get your 21 model year Encore GX rolling off, and you're looking at it. So what's the difference? You got one, the Sirius XM radio is now standard on every trim. The wireless CarPlay for Apple and the Android Auto capability is brand new, and it's on every trim. And the adaptive cruise control, something that I really like, is now part of the safety package for the 1SB model. So that's definitely being able to get some availability across all different trims compared to before not being on the 1SB. Speaking of the complexity of building and trim levels and everything, check out the stored configurations. We put this together based on the fastest turn rate. So to really win with the Encore GX or any SUV or any vehicle for that matter, it's how fast we can turn the inventory. My favorite color is blue. I can't just build every Encore GX in that beautiful dark blue, because it's not everyone's favorite color, and there's probably other colors that turn a lot faster. Don't do it based on Megan logic, do it based on science. That's my advice for you today. But let's keep talking about Buick, because I'm having so much fun talking about it. There's a couple of really big highlights from 2019 that I wanted to share with you for the Buick brand. So one, did you know that Buick is the #1 female brand in this industry? I didn't know that. I had assumptions, but that's a really strong message right there. So more and more women are coming into the market. There's a growing population of economic power, decision making, and just overall consumption. So this is a very great target audience to capture, to bring into our dealerships and have them looking at a Buick. And how are you going to capture them? Why do you think I'm going to be able to get them? Well, did you know this? And hopefully you did, because I've said this before, that Buick is the #1 conquesting brand under GM. Buick continues to attract the highest number of new buyers outside GM. 74% of Buick buyers come from a brand outside Buick. And as we refine our portfolio and we continue to succeed in attracting new customers, we're going to be able to see new faces at our dealerships, whether that's behind a screen through a lead or just a new name. These are going to be new customers for Buick, for GM. So Buick's brand has actually been outperforming the other GM brands as far as bringing in new buyers for the past 4 years in a row. So it's definitely an advantage to have the Buick brand at your dealership because it is more likely to bring in a new buyer, bring in somebody from Toyota or Infiniti, get them to consider the GM brand and be part of the GM family. So it's such a wonderful brand to have under our rooftops. The other part about Buick and why it's so fantastic is that it's almost 100% SUV. SUV is the largest and fastest growing segment within our industry. More and more people are moving to SUVs as less and less people are looking at sedans. And moving forward, Buick is going to be priding themselves in being a premium luxury SUV brand. And not only is it going to be premium luxury, it's going to be affordable luxury. Like some of my favorite brands, like Patagonia. Like who doesn't love that brand? Come on, it's one of the best. Speaking of brands, GM and Buick can definitely play really well together. This isn't a one-man show, as we like to believe when we see our beautiful Sierra enter our dealership. But they play really, really well together. I like to look at it as you got your Tim Burton buyers and you got your Tory Burch buyers. They have similar names, different buyers. Yes, there's going to be some overlap between the two groups. I buy Tory Burch and Tim Burton, for example. But some people are only going to be buying Tim Burtons, and some people are only going to be buying Tory Burch. If you don't know what Tory Burch is, Google it. But I think I made my point. I think there's a lot of opportunity here. We just need to capture those buyers. And it may just mean that we need to develop and refine our current processes. We're getting leads from Buick buyers, but we're not necessarily always closing those leads. It may take more work, and maybe that's why we're not doing as well of a job closing our Buick leads as we do with our GMC leads. And why do I think it takes more work? So, for example, let's say I'm driving a Toyota SUV, fill in the blank, you name your brand, you name your model. I'm going to submit a lead to my Buick dealer, maybe a couple other lead dealers, but I'm familiar, I'm comfortable with this Toyota brand. I also remember the sales guy from like 3 years back who sold me the Toyota. So here I am submitting my lead to you and to a couple other dealers, and I really, really like that Envision. I just think it'd be the perfect size for my family, and it's the commercials are just so catchy and cute. Like, how could I not want to submit a lead and engage with you guys? But I still have my Toyota salesman who's like calling me up and like, hey Megan, it's been a while. You should come on in and check out this new Toyota. Well, I've been really looking at Buick, but that salesman that was supposed to respond to my lead, maybe he didn't respond quick enough, or maybe he didn't give me enough information. Maybe he didn't answer my question. Your Buick leads are more likely going to need a lot of information about what they're looking at because they don't have that previous education of what it's like. Think about your truck buyers. A lot of times it's like, I've had a Silverado or I've had a Sierra, I'm about to get into another Silverado or another Sierra. They're familiar with the brand, they're familiar with the truck, they know what they're getting. A lot of our Buick buyers don't know what they're stepping into and how wonderful it really is. So we need to make sure that we're providing that information to them right off the bat. And what better way to doing that than engaging with them through video? And there's my video plug for the day. Make sure that you are doing something to engaging with customers through video, whether that's in social media. I dare you to create a TikTok account. Just try it out. Maybe you'll find out that you could really use it for marketing. There's actually a lot of companies doing marketing on TikTok. I digress. The point is, there's a lot of ways to engage with our audience. There's a lot of people shopping online. We're getting a lot of leads. Let's make sure we're refining our lead process and engaging with the customers the best we can. That's all I have for you today. I hope you have a wonderful Friday and even better holiday weekend. Cheers!